You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, if this is not a leprechaun trap right here at the price tag we're about to let this go for, let me introduce you an awesome, awesome truck for the money. Unfortunately, we only have one of these left because they did sell out.
And it's a rare one.
It is a 2019 Ford F-150. This is the Lariat, so this is one of those high-end trucks that has the leather. It's got the boards, got the 20-inch wheels.
And it's
got the panoramic roof.
Yes, it does.
Talked about that. So, get into the value. It's all about value in my book. So, here's one of the things, and we did a lot of research, and we I spent 2-3 days choosing vehicles that I want to put on TV.
Right. Yep.
Probably a week ago. And unfortunately, the funny part is that we end up selling half of them, and I got to put new ones in. But this one actually had a black one that I was putting in. It did get sold, so here we are with the last one. She's white. Now, 9,000 mile truck. Truck probably was a 60,000, low mid 60s, brand new. Mm-hmm. Price tag we're about to drop this for. Here's the cool story. Now, when doing my homework, I looked and I wanted to see what other dealers locally. I go out about 200 miles. That's what I care about. I feel that somebody's looking for a truck like this is probably willing to drive max 200 miles. Okay, and I look and I want to see what everyone else out there has them for. When I looked at them without the roof, okay, so we're just talking a fleet vehicle, which is mostly what you're going to see because nobody's trading in the 2019 9,000 mile Ford at this point. They're usually fleet vehicles, and in the US, you'll notice that they typically don't have the sunroofs. Okay? And those dealers locally that happen to have these, they'll sell them in the low 40s without the roofs.
Yeah.
Then I said, okay, ours has the roof. Let me see what it's got to be. I mean, I paid nearly that for the truck myself. So I looked with the roof, and it threw the value of the truck
several $1,000s
to the moon. And I wouldn't even attempt to sell it for that, but what they sell for in our market with the right equipment is absolutely on the moon.
Can I add something to that?
Can.
Yesterday, oddly enough, we did have two. We had a black one and this one.
Yep.
And I got into a discussion with the customer because I found that there was an error. We had the other one, black one, at $43,995.
Yep.
And he was like, well, why is this one? Because we had it queued up for our commercial.
Right.
And I was like, I can't explain that. However, doing some more research, they're typically in the mid to upper 40s with the sunroof, with this Lariat package. So just to kind of put it into perspective.
They're usually $46,000 to $47,000 to be exact. Let me rip the Band-Aid off of this one. $40,995 is going to take this fully loaded Ford F-150 home. And if you're not a difference guy, maybe you're a payment buyer, $559 a month. Tax and DMV down. Most folks seem to have that at this point. Tax season's been real nice to people.
Pretty healthy.
But if it hasn't been good to you, come in here with zero, and you're going to take a little bit higher of a payment. But the good news is 2 years, 3 years, when you want to trade this truck, you bought it with low mileage. You bought it with the right equipment. She's going to be worth what you owe. So if you got negative equity too, that's another one too.
It's all about the setup.
This thing will suck it up dry. Yep. So visit cleancarsheep.com. Maybe you're laying in bed right now. Maybe it's the middle of the night. You're doing things you shouldn't be doing. Either way, cleancarsheep.com. Get online right now. Take a look at 300 in stock.
And we're back to the normal hours, daylight savings.
Back to our 8 o'clock hour. So maybe you're somebody gets out of work at 6 o'clock, really doesn't typically have time to go into a store. Visit us, open till 8 p.m., 7 days a week too. So that's the claim to fame with us. We do a lot of business on Sunday. So if you happen to be somebody that's maybe has baseball games, has sports, whatever with the kids on Saturday, bring it on in on Sunday. We got a full staff ready to rock and roll and ready to entertain any deal that you want to bring to the table. Visit us today, cleancarsheep.com. We talked about this fun fact earlier that a third of the people in Ireland believe in leprechauns. It's true.
Yeah.
They truly do.
They do.
And back in the 1950s, the president actually there was a situation where they wanted to build a wall and they wouldn't because they believed that leprechauns needed to pass through that area.
Hey,
Did you get that? Do you want to finish?
Yeah, can you look up what a squashbuckler is while we're at it? Squashbuckler.
Because that matters, right?
Yeah. No, it does. We're going to talk about squashbucklers.
Let's talk about those.